Good morning, class. Good morning, class. Sixth IT subject. Already we have started computer fundamentals. Last period we have seen IPO cycle and second inside the computer CPU. Today we are going to learn role of memory in the working of a computer. See, in this chart I have shown the role of memory. So today we are going to see what is the work of memory. There are many types of memory. See, the main memory. The main memory have two types. One is a RAM and second one is a ROM. And ROM again divided in three types: PROM, EPROM and EEPROM. So see, main memory. What is the main memory role? The role of main memory is basically used to data store only. What is the role of main memory? The only use data for storing. That's also called main memory, primary memory or internal memory. Main memory consists two types of memory. One is RAM and second one is ROM. RAM, random access memory. Random access memory. What is the role of random access memory? See, random access memory forms the major parts of main memory. Forms a major parts of main memory. What the work of RAM? The CPU can read data from it and also can write data onto it in a very short time. And RAM memory is a very short time we are going to use for reading data only and sometimes editing data also. RAM is a fast temporary type of memory as it erases all the data when the computer is turned on. When we are going to turn off the computer, the RAM memory is erased all the data. The RAM memory role is only show the data to user and he want to edit data, then he can edit also. But when computer will shut down, the data will erase. That's the reason the RAM memory called volatile memory. Volatile means erasable. The RAM memory erases all data after the computer shut down. That's why that's called the volatile memory. Volatile means what? Is a erasable memory. Okay. It can be seen inside the CPU in the form of chip. Is like the chip I have shown in diagram C. Okay. The next is ROM memory. What is ROM? The ROM is a read-only memory. It stands for read-only memory. The CPU can read the data from it. Okay. In ROM memory, the CPU is going to read the data. The CPU uses its data for the computer to start up. How computer is going to understand how to start computer? Who will instruct? The ROM is instruct. So what is the role of ROM? The role of ROM is give the instruction to computer how to start the computer. Okay. It tells the computer what to do after you switch it on. After switch it on, after start the computer, everything will load. Then who will tell the computer? The ROM memory. It is a permanent memory system. The ROM is a permanent. RAM is a temporary, but ROM is a permanent memory. As the data and contents once written to it remains fixed. Whatever we are going to write in ROM memory, afterwards we can't erase it. Okay. The contents never change even if computer is turned off. If we shut down the computer, then only the contents will remain same. That will not delete or erase. For this reason, is not a erasable memory. That's why it's called a non-volatile memory. Okay, clear? The next concept. Types of various ROM. Okay, various types of ROM. The first one is programmable read-only memory. The programmable read-only memory is called PROM. In this type of ROM, the contents of the memory can be written or programmed only once. In only once time we can return and write we can write the program here in PROM memory. Second is erasable programmable read-only memory. In this type, EPROM, programmable read-only memory on which data can be erased by exposure to strong ultraviolet light and can be rewritten later, is known as the EPROM. We can once time we can write and erase, and again we can write using the EPROM. One time we can erase the data by using ultraviolet light. Second is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Here we are use of electrically we are going to erase and write the program. That's why that's called the electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. A programmable read-only memory on which data can erase electrically and can be electrically rewritten later is known as a EPROM. The difference, now we have seen what is RAM and what is the ROM. Now we are going to see the difference between both. The first difference is RAM stands random access memory and ROM stands read-only memory, and RAM known as a volatile memory and ROM known as a non-volatile memory. Why RAM is volatile memory? Because is a erasable memory. That's why volatile means erasable, and non-volatile, why ROM is non-volatile? Because data can't erase, is a permanent data. That's why. Third one, it stores data temporarily and loses it when the computer is turned off. And RAM is a temporary memory. When we are going to turn off the computer, the data will lose. And ROM, it stores data permanently and does not lose it when the computer is turned off. And we turned off the computer, then only ROM is not going to lose the data. It is used, RAM is used by the CPU either to read data from it or to show or to write data into it. Suppose we want to see the Word file, so where the Word file is going to open? In RAM memory, and because of RAM only we can see the data and write and edit. And permanently, when we are going to save the Word file, where the Word file will save? In ROM, is permanently saved. We shut down the computer, then only our file will be there. But we open the file and shut down. After the starting up, what will happen? The file will go. Where? In ROM memory. It is used by the CPU to only read the data. And in ROM memory, we can we can read the data. Okay. If we have saved what we want to do for reading, we want to open, and after opening, where will go the data? In RAM memory. So what is the role of RAM memory? To showing the data to user. And what is the work of ROM memory? Simply to storing the data permanently in hard disk. Cache memory now. The cache memory. What is the cache memory? A special area in RAM is sometimes reserved for cache memory, and special area in RAM, when the user is going to see the data in RAM memory, that time cache memory, what they do, if RAM is full, then the cache memory stores the data in stores the data in itself. Okay. So what the work of? If RAM is full, then remaining data where will go? In cache memory. It is a high speed memory that is permanent between, it is a high speed memory that is present between the CPU and main memory. The cache memory works between CPU and main memory. Okay. Suppose I want to see the Word file, Paint file, I want to listen the music also. So what will happen? Sometimes the RAM will full. Then what they do? Cache memory. The cache memory will help to RAM and store some data in cache. It is located is a work in between CPU and RAM memory, and it is located at a place from where the contents can be picked up by the CPU very quickly. Suppose the RAM is going to slow. If RAM full, then what happen? Computer will go slow. So who will control that process? The cache will control. Suppose we are going. Suppose for a real time example, in hospital, what we do? Some waiting room is there. Okay. So in that waiting room, one by one, the patient will go to visit a doctor. So what happen? After the treatment, only the doctor will call one by one. Then who will handle that patient? The waiting room will handle. So cache memories work like a waiting room. Okay. Cache memory helps in improving the performance speed of the CPU as the commonly used data and instruction and are stored in. So what they do? Cache memory is helps to improving the performance speed and CPU. If RAM will full, then computer will what? Computer going to slow. Then cache memory what they do? They control the data and one by one send. Whenever the number will come that data, the data will send one by one cache memory. See, CPU, cache memory and main memory. The CPU performs like a cache memory and main memory. See in diagram. Now the last, secondary memory. Data of a computer is also stored in secondary memory device. Example, hard disk, CD and memory card and pen drive. So secondary memory, we can store data in secondary memory. How? What is secondary? If we want to carry the data, what we want? The secondary memory only. Okay. In one computer to second computer, we want to transfer the data. That time we can use the external hard disk, CDs, memory cards and pen drives. Okay. After that, homework. Today's homework for you. Make a chart on role of memory in working of a computer and make one PPT on role of memory in the working of computer. Okay, thank you.